Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Pumpkins Creation. This is part 2 of making a journal. I started making it earlier and my phone went dead, so now I have to start over, but I'll explain to you what I've done. So before I even put these signatures in, I punched holes, as you can see in the back on all this, and then I picked out 10 sheets per signature, and I did the same thing with them. So I was able to save 2 of them to show you how it's done. So I'm going to take my needle, and then I'm going to put my thread through it. Well, it's twine. You can use whatever you want. You can use thread, twine, just pretty much whatever you want to do. So here's the third one. This is going to hold 4 signatures when we're done. So you want to save a piece out. Always cut them really long. You should always cut them down when you're done. So I went through the top hole, and then I'll pull it through. We'll tighten it up here shortly. So we've got that through. Now we're going to go down to the third hole and put it through. You want to go through all the holes, get that twine through there, and then you're going to go right back through the middle hole again. It's called a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Because we are going to sit this on. You want to make sure you put one thread on one side and keep the other on the other. So there we go. Got it. Make sure it's tight. And then I'm going to take the needle off, which is just basically a quilted needle. It's blunt. It's not sharp. Then I'm going to tie this over. You should tie them 3 times. Kind of one going one way, and then one going the other, and then back to the original way. Kind of helps keep it in place. So, and then that's that for this one. You take the paper clip off because you've got it all sewed in. Might be a little crooked because I cut the holes a little crooked in it, but that's no big deal. It's still going to be good. You'll still like it. It'll still be a book. So now we're going to do the same thing with the third one. That's why I try to keep the paper clips on, so that way, this is the 4th one, so that way they all kind of stay together. But, you know, it still can come apart no matter how well you try it. So, going through the middle, like we did with the last one we just did. And then, like I said, you want to keep some out. And then we're going to go through the last hole and get through this one. And then we're going to take it down to the very last hole. Get them all through there. I'm going to try to pull as much through as you can. And then we're going to go right back in to the very first hole we went into. Of course, you want one string on one side of the middle one and one on the other, because that's what you're going to use to tie it. Some of this doesn't want to do right. Okay, there it goes. It's just fine. You want to try to get it as tight as you can. And one more. Now these strings would be good to keep dangling if you want to put some dangles in there, like little keys, kind of like something like these you could put on there and let it hang from it. You know, take them off the spring and then just use it. Which I might do, I don't know. Just it depends on what I feel like. And so you want to kind of close it down like this. Which this book will need to get covered as well. It's got the regular cover on it, but you can cover it. And then this is what it looks like with it done. You've got your book. Then you can decorate this however you want. You can even cover this up if you would like. And not all the books you do will end up like this, fat with a lot going on. But some of them just might. So what I might do is, I have another space, go on and cut a couple holes out maybe, and maybe put in another one. But it looks like there's room for another, so let's do that. Since when I went to cut these out, it was, the phone went dead. So now I'll just get it and do this another one. So I'm going to draw a line similar to what I did earlier that y'all didn't get to see in an earlier video. And then I'm just going to put these right here, kind of like right in the same spot as the other holes. And then we'll go on and cut those out. It shouldn't be too difficult, but it might be just because it's already pretty well together. I've never done it this way, so we're going to try it. That wasn't too hard to do. Alrighty. Just knocking everything over. Now do this one. All right, so now we've got another one. So we're going to get together some sheets to put in another. So I'm going to pick out 10 sheets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm just going to fold these over. All right, let's move these out of the way. We'll put the book back up here and draw the holes kind of way we want them. Mark the paper. So put a paper clip on here because this is going to be our top. Our bottom. And then we're going to cut some string. Let's say I get it extra long, make sure I have enough. I will put it in this needle. And we'll get this book back up here. I'm going to start in the middle. And there's that. And that's through the top, down to the bottom, and back through the middle. Make sure you pull all your thread through. You tie it different ways just to kind of lock it in there. And like I said, you can keep these long strings if you want, so you can add stuff to them. But right now mine are super long, so I'll probably end up cutting most of it off. And that is how you put your junk journal together. And next, all you do is go through and start decorating it with whatever ephemeras you have, or want to use stencils, anything you want. And this is actually a 5 signature book. We'll have fun with it whenever and start decorating. Thanks for watching my videos, and don't forget to subscribe.